who was the infamous Bill Doolin of the Wild West. In 1890, Bill Doolin had been doing part-time robberies for 6 years already, until he founded the Wild Bunch, where he became famous for surviving shootouts despite being wounded. However, his life was forever changed during his last encounter. We will tell you more about it at the end of this video, but first, here's where it all started. William Bill Doolin left his hometown at a young age and worked as a cowboy. While on the ranch, he came to work with cattle rustlers, which influenced him in the same career. It was the beginning of his remarkable life as an outlaw, but it would never be easy. Later on, he ended up participating in successful train and bank robberies as a part-timer. But his first trouble with the law only occurred when lawmen stumbled upon him and his friends drinking in an alley. It was when the lawmen tried to confiscate their drinks that a shootout happened. This also became his first bloody encounter, which more has to come. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that Doolin's early career as an outlaw was involved in the infamous fall of the Dalton gang? There, the gang failed to rob the 2 banks in Coffeyville. However, experts believe that aside from Emmett Dalton, an alleged 6th member holding the gang's horses escaped. Even though the identity of this 6th member was unknown, many have speculated that it was none other than Doolin himself. After some time, Doolin founded his own gang called Doolin Dalton Gang, aka the Wild Bunch. They specialized in train, store, and bank robberies and spread their notoriety throughout Arkansas, Indiana, and Oklahoma. With this new gang, they successfully robbed a well-known bank, raking cash amounting to $1,500. They often practiced that after robbing several banks and trains, the gang would have to lay low, and in one occasion,
Before continuing, we would really appreciate a like to this video. If you also want to see similar content in the future, consider subscribing and activating the notification bell.
they chose the small town of Ingalls, Oklahoma. Doolin and his members thought that they had evaded the law like it had used to be. However, far from their expectations, they were being tracked by a posse that was deputized to arrest them. The confrontation between the gang and the posse resulted in 2 lawmen's demise, while Doolin narrowly escaped death. This became later known as the Battle of Ingalls. Despite being severely wounded, Doolin and other members escaped and went to Arkansas. However, this time around, aside from his outlaw career started failing, another matter was needed to be taken care of, since the posse continued to follow them and even managed to find his hiding place. Doolin was later arrested by Bill Tillman and was sent to jail. While he was in prison, several members of his gang were arrested or killed. However, he devised an escape plan and actually had successfully got out. Despite all of that, Doolin seemed to have run out of luck and was found out again by his pursuant. Sadly, this would mark the end for Doolin, as he got killed by a shotgun blast by the lawman named Heck Thomas. His life was changed forever, even after his death, since his lifeless body, riddled with bullet holes, became an iconic posthumous photograph of outlaws in Wild West. We have discovered the extraordinary life story of Bill Doolin, so click this and discover another amazing story about Bill Booth's life of madness.